Whoever made that decision thought it was a good idea to have him try to talk against Adam Cole. And in my opinion, he will never recover from that promo.
Yeah, he
And
got smoked.
then who was it? Balor called him. Everybody kind of took turns calling him a bitch in front of his girl and him not doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
Like there was just a misstep there. So like it worked in NXT too. But then when you brought him to Raw, you put a ball gag in his mouth.
You took away his cool ass entrance, and you took away his breasts.
Yeah.
Where is that man's breast? Scarlet breasts. Bring them now. No.
Took away the cool promos with the tarot cards and
look. All that other shit don't matter. Scarlet was amazing, and she just came out singing a song with her crazy nails and her awesome outfits and her super platinum blonde hair. It was fantastic. It was a fantastic presentation. It was like, I am scared and slightly aroused. I love this. Then she came and like crawled through his legs, and he's just sitting there like, oh, fall and pray. It was amazing. Then on Raw, he just comes out like, what is this?
Looking like he's an extra in the movie 300.
Yeah.
Looking like he was an extra in Pulp Fiction. Like the guy who gets no credit. Guy who gets ass jammed.
The Gimp?
Yeah.
The Gimp.
Karrion Kross, untitled character, a.k.a. ass jammed. That's it. I was like, what is this? I was so disappointed. And then they start making him wear a suit. It was like total disjointment. And that's what happens when you kind of go from NXT to the main roster. You seen Riddle go through this, and Riddle was just fumbling around doing goofy shit, losing, taking pins to everybody. And then they kind of figured out where Riddle should be. Or he figured it out and long enough for them to be like, okay, let's just let him run with this. Like we even seen it with Austin Theory. Austin Theory was on the main roster. They just pulled him up with all the other people that they were like, oh, during the pandemic where no crowds, we need you. And then he floundered. They're like, all right, get your ass back down to NXT. And now they're pulling him up again and they're using him again. So this happens all the time. I don't know why the need to. Maybe it is just Vince being so controlling over the product and being out of touch simultaneously. But that has to stop because, again,
I think it has to do with presentation and like having to present things in such an obtuse way to get it over with the lowest common denominator.
That's the thought, right? But
I mean, that's his thought. I don't think it's
because we're watching AEW and we're watching very obscure, weird things get over. Assembly. So I mean,
Orange Cassidy, Danhausen.
I was about to say we're over 2.0 is 2.0. It was will
watch it. Can I chime in one thing here on the Karrion Kross thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The one thing that they did that was really cool, that was really simple, is when he was picking his next challenger, he wouldn't come out and like physically challenge him. He would just send Scarlett out there and she would just set the clock down. Like that worked great.
Or they would find a clock, or Scarlett would just come out and do something weird, and then like,
yeah.
And I will never forget when Theory was looking at her. I was like, oh my gosh, they're huge. Are those things real? And I was just looking like,
he was looking amazing. He was talking about the clock.
Johnny's like, no. It was her nails. They're crazy claws. Right. I was like, that is amazing. That's that's sports entertainment right there. But again, we miss some of the little cool nuances when you go to the main roster and you're trying to appeal to so many people. You lose what makes it dope. So again, 2.0, we'll get to that because I didn't watch it. So to AEW we go. AEW, like I was saying, the difference of the Rawification, they have a whole nother problem. Their problem is, hey, if you're not a main guy, you're bored to death. Like, you have no character. You might as well work at Chick-fil-A because I don't know who you are. You just seem like a nice, hardworking person that I don't give a shit about. Joe Bob, Bill, 10, 7, 13,
Ass Boys.
Anybody. I was like, anybody. No, I like the Ass Boys. They're awesome. But
sports entertain us.
Exactly. And I was like, certain people get it. Some people don't. John Silver, sports entertaining. Everybody else in the Dark Order, why? Why do you?
It's Johnny Hungy.
Johnny Hungy. Love it. but everything else is pretty bland. So they kind of opened up with what, the fucking Joe Bear Battle Royal.
No, they opened up with the announcement.
Yeah, the announcement.
I mean, the wrestling, but sure.
Where Tony Khan looked like he just snorted like a mile of cocaine.
Hey guys,
Yeah, somebody gotta get Tony off that stuff, man.
Okay, thanks.
I bought Danhausen.
Right.
But no, they started
Very
with
sex
Tony
slave,
announcing
very
that
evil.
he bought Ring of Honor. I can already tell you don't care. J Moe, you're a resident Ring of Honor expert. I was a fan. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but what did you think about this news, as you correctly predicted?
Thank you. I was waiting for that. I thought it's a really good purchase. I mean, they're two companies that are almost identical to each other, and they share a lot of talent. Or they did share a lot of talent. But now there's a lot of people you just bought them. Yeah. And it's kind of like WCW, WWE. Maybe we'll get an invasion angle correctly done. But I don't know what he's going to do with Ring of Honor. Like, is he going to, because the rumor is that he signed Jonathan Grisham.
Wait, I feel like you have to sign.
I was like, John Grisham, I was like the writer,
the author,
the writer of all those intense movies, like about dirty bombs. And like, oh shit, they're really about to go there. AEW presents.
Yeah, ROH just becomes a terrorist group.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what he's going to do. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I mean, I hope he brings back the pure the
pure wrestling title.
Yeah, I hope he brings that back. Those were always sweet matches, but I really don't know. I'm hoping the reports I read today about Cody
AEW
leading the Revolution would be sweet.
AEW does not need more pure wrestling. It needs more sports entertainment. And that's the thing. You gotta. It's like that old saying. People are like, "Oh, don't get your chocolate in my peanut butter. Oh, don't get your peanut butter in my chocolate." Like, no, you need both of them to make.
Then Mr. Reese's came along and changed the world.
Right. It's my granddad. Mr. Reese's is my grandfather, by the way. That's why my favorite candy is dark chocolate frozen Reese cups.
So you do come from money.
Oh, money.
Look at me, guys. I look like money. I am money. I am the A champion. I'll show you my belts over there.
You look like an emo kid who's pissed at his parents with that hairdo.
Listen.
I hate you, Dad.
I'm going to curse you, okay?
Oh, Danhausen hitting them. But no, what's interesting about Tony buying Ring of Honor is that Ring of Honor paid for All In to be produced, the very first one. And All In served as kind of a proof of concept that AEW could work. And AEW and the NXT Black and Gold is what led to the demise of Ring of Honor. So, like, they essentially paid for their competition to kill them. And Tony's like, I'll come take the remnants.
Euthanasia.
But, yeah. I do think it's interesting news, because now Tony gets to license out that video library to whoever he sees fit. But to me, this news isn't that big until you announce a TV deal. And it's got to be better than the one they had before with St. Clair Broadcasting when they were on at 3 a.m.
I don't even think that's a big I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't watching ROH before. I won't be watching ROH now. One of two things happens for AEW.
I don't know, E. You're missing out.
Hey, I mean, probably. But guess what? Just like on music, you got to give me a quality product. I don't want to hear like people like, hey, you hear this Kendrick Lamar guy? He got this album called Section 80. I listen to that shit. I was like, this shit sucks. It sounds very underproduced, and I don't like it. But guess what? When I got Good Kid, Mad City, it was fucking undeniable. So I need a quality product. Don't give me some shit that's like, oh, it's because it's underground. It's so special. It's like, no, I'm not that guy. I'm not trying to find, like, I'm not 8 years old anymore looking at scrambled versions of ECW and titties. That's not going to do it for me. Like, give me a really good product.
Titties? What? Nikita Lyons? What?
I mean, I'm not gonna go there tonight. What I'm going to do is continue my point when I was saying AEW is already not that entertaining. It has really good wrestling, but like I said with BA was on, it's a phone scroll. Like you're constantly on social media, you're doing stuff, and then you'll look up and like, oh, something's cool's happening, and then you'll go back and you can skip lots of that shit, and it's about 3 good segments that you need to see. Everything else is big time filler, and not even in an entertainment version. So, and then the shit that is entertaining for us, you got people like JR that say, listen, shit, get it out of here. And it's like, JR, are you that out of touch? You and Vince McMahon both need to go to the retirement home. I love you. I'm happy that you are possibly now cancer free. But now I think it's kind of time for you to step back some, because Danhausen, like you said, Orange Cassidy, literally DMD became a thing because of the entertainment value, and she's fantastic on the mic. Like there's certain things that we don't know are going to hit, but they hit, and you got to just be with them. And that crowd is it's craving sports entertainment. It's craving it. So even think about it. Sean Spears was trying to be Sean Spears for how long? And it was like, we don't care. You're not a guy. They put him with Wardlow, and he's just being like the little impity imp guy with a chair and trying to steal his glory all the time. Now we love him. It's so fun to watch, and we're like, oh, please,
still not a fan.
Him. You're not a fan in the sense of because you love his wife.
Yes.
Other than that, you'll be like, oh, this is good shit. It's so funny, the dynamic as well.
Right.
But if you didn't lust hard after his betrothed, then maybe you would be able to see you come to our side of town. But
yeah,
again, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm missing something. But if ROH is just more of AEW, I'm not going to be watching it. I need either some of that black wrestling talent to funnel in from ROH to AEW's main picture, and then they start to like get to book themselves too and kind of get some of the cool shit over. Or I need ROH to now come back as its own property and lead an invasion and all that shit. But I need more entertainment and more control. But you cannot just keep giving me Joe Bear battle royals and coked out TK coming out. Ooh, I bought something. That doesn't do it for me.
So he acted like the kid who's never bought anything in his life before.
He acted like Jim Carrey's Riddler. I'm not okay.
So I think what you're missing out on is
Vince man.
So what you're missing out on is I think you're equating ROH to what you think AEW is now. ROH at its peak is what NXT Black and Gold was at its peak.
I understand that. And I've seen some of it. I liked it. But again, what I'm saying is the same reason why AEW is AEW.
You're saying you don't trust Tony.
Thank you.
Okay.
I look, sometimes I don't want to go through the A to B of it all. I want to go A to D.
Yeah, no. You don't trust Tony. That's fair. I mean, that is a fair criticism, like him being the guy running it. But I want to give him a chance, man. I saw the first talent they announced that they signed was Swerve, and
you voted for Joe Biden,
Swerve
didn't you?
fan. Huh?
I said you voted for Joe Biden, didn't you?
I mean, I did.
Yeah.
Other guy, one guy was really.
I mean, there's no win.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should have voted for Trump, but either way, it's just like I'm gonna give that guy a chance. I felt the same way, and look where we are now. Your student loans are still here. The police are still overly funded, and niggas getting shot every day. So guess what? Tony Khan.
Niggas wasn't gonna stop getting shot.
I mean, Tony Khan. Sorry for our language, J Moe. Tony Khan is still right. Yeah, cover your ears. Cover your ears. Tony Khan is just buying shit. He still doesn't necessarily know how to run a super successful company, because the only reason that company is successful is because the alt people want to be alt. WWE is still a better overall product, but WWE is just like arrogant in its manner. So it's like, we're going to tell you what you like. even though the people are like, no, we really want this. And Tony